I'm going to read your story today, which is The Smids and the Smoos. By a lobular lake on a far-off planet, there lived a young Smid, and her name was Janet. Not far away on a humpelty hill, there lived a young Smoo by the name of Bill. Janet, like all the Smids, was red, and this is what her grandfather said: "Never, never play with the Smoos. They sleep in holes, they wear strange shoes. They jump about like kangaroos. Never, never play with the Smoos." Bill, like all the other Smoos, was blue, and these were the words of Grandmother Smoo: "Never, never play with the Smids. They have strange hair upon their heads. They sleep in funny things called beds. Never, never play with the Smids." The Smids on their lake liked nothing better than splashing about, getting wetter and wetter. But Janet grew bored with this watery play, and early one morning she tiptoed away. The Smoos jumped about on their humpelty hill and bounced up and down, and it never stood still. But Bill was beginning to think, this is boring, so early one morning he set off exploring. Janet met Bill in the Werpular wood, where the trockles grew tall and the glompom smelled good. The two rubbed antennae and played all day long. She told him a story, he sang her a song. They climbed to the top of a jerryberry coot and nibbled its juicy and jellyful fruit, till who should disturb them but Grandfather Smid, shaking his fist as he angrily said, "Never, never play with the Smoo. They're such a nasty shade of blue. For the 100th time I say to you, never, never play with the Smoo." Grandmother Smoo was close behind, and this is how she spoke her mind: "Never, never play with the Smid. They're such a dreadful shade of red. I'll say again what I've always said: never, never play with the Smid." Years went by on the far-off planet. Janet missed Bill, and Bill missed Janet. But off they crept whenever they could to sing and play in the Werpular wood. The two of them grew and decided to wed. But what do you think their grandparents said? "Never, never marry a Smoo. They're a beastly bunch, they're a crazy crew. They drink black tea, they eat green stew. Never, ever marry a Smoo. Never, never marry a Smid. My dearest child, are you off your head? They drink pink milk, they eat brown bread. Never, never marry a Smid." Janet and Bill stole out that night while their family slept and the squoon shone bright. They clambered into the Smid's red rocket. Grandfather Smid had forgotten to lock it. Bill pressed the button and Janet steered. When their families woke, they had both disappeared. The Smid said, "Your Bill must have stolen our Janet and taken her off to a distant planet." The Smoos said, "It's Janet who's stolen our Bill," and lured him away from the humpelty hill. The Smoos climbed into their rocket of blue, and they said to the Smids, "You'd better come too." Suspicious and scowling, they soared into space, till they reached planet Vumjum, a dry, dusty place. The Vums had long arms which they waved in the air, but they didn't have news of the runaway pair. The next stop was Lurglstrop, covered in roses, and watered by beasts with small eyes and long noses. They touched down on Grimbletosh, coated in grime. They searched planet Glurch, but found nothing but slime. One morning the Smoos found they'd run out of tea, so the Smid shed their milk, which was pink as could be. Then Grandfather Smid said, "My hair needs a trim," and Grandmother Smoo kindly cut it for him. They landed on Skloop, where the Skloopies wore kilts, then flew to Klaboo, where the Clabs walked on stilts. They searched all year long, and they searched longer still, but they didn't find Janet, and they didn't find Bill. "Alas," said the Smoos, and the Smid said, "Alack, we have failed in our quest, we had better turn back." So they turned and flew home to their very own planet, and far down below them they saw Bill and Janet. The rocket touched down, and they ran to the wood, where the trockles grew tall and the glompom smelled good. And there in a glade by the rocket of red were the runaway Smoo and the runaway Smid. They'd got lost and flown home again, only to find that all of the others had left them behind. There was joy, jam and jumping. Then Janet said, "Maybe you'd like to make friends with our dear little baby." A baby? A red one? A blue one? But no. That baby was purple from head to toe. They all hugged the smooth maid, their new baby brother, and Grandpa and Gran even hugged one another. They laughed and they splashed and they danced with delight, and they played with that baby from morning till night. They made him a rattle, they made him a flute, they fed him the fruit of the jerryberry coot. And they sang by the light of the silvery spoon, and you can sing too if you make up a tune. Play with the Smeds and play with the Smooths, play with whichever friends you choose. Then close your eyes and while you snooze, dream of the Smeds and dream of the Smooths. I hope you enjoyed that story, children. It's one of Teddy's favourites, and we like it because it's got a nice meaning to it, because it tells you to be friends with whoever you choose, because it doesn't matter what they look like, or if they look different to you, or they like different things to you, you can all still be friends. Thanks for listening.